What's up, y'all? Welcome back to our podcast, the Two Human Podcast, with two humans, obviously, Leah Clene, and
Leah Nieto.
where we talk about being human and we just sharing our stories and our journeys with you guys and just trying our best to, just be a light to the world in some way, shape, or form. Because there's so much negativity these days, y'all.
Too much.
Too much, literally. So we just want to, do the best we can on our ends to help the world in some way. We stepping into our purpose, like I said on the last video. We're super aligned, as y'all can see, if y'all can't see by now. So
yeah,
we just doing a thing or whatever. So last episode we talked a lot about how we met and the purpose of our podcast and all that stuff, right? When we first met, we both can agree that we probably were kind of like, we obviously were attracted to each other as friends for a reason. Like, we had a lot in common. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, like, I love everybody, I don't judge, but, like, I don't make everybody my friend. Like, we got to be on some type of
professional
or, like, just, I got to see some type of Something, yeah, like, give me something,
Because you're going to meet a lot of people, that don't mean make everybody your friend.
Right.
Yeah.
None of us are perfect, but, like, I need something from you, feel me?
Yeah.
But we both were kind of, like, in a whole different headspace than we are now.
Right.
And I think we both can agree, like, we
definitely
both have came, like, a really long way. We honestly both helped each other grow. I mean, we would have grown regardless because we're human beings, we're spiritual beings. We're going to grow anyway, We're always healing, we're always evolving, we're always physically growing, like, literally, we get taller, bigger, whatever.
Older.
So we was going to grow anyway, but I can honestly say, like, oof. I was about to knock over that wine, child. But I can honestly say that, we both have helped each other in growing and to who we are now. Like, it's just so crazy to look back and see where we were. And some of it came from just, like, us naturally growing. But then we both started to realize we both had some, like, negative ways of thinking or some negative habits. And we was like, something's got to give. Like, something's, like we either going to...
Something got to change.
Yeah, we either going to continue to be this way or we can choose to do something different. So, honestly, I think it was just both of us coming together and just, like, we got to change our mindsets because that's the number one thing that you have to do, and that's the first step. I don't care what you're trying to do. You could be trying to get into the gym. You could be trying to get a deeper spiritual relationship with whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. It starts with your mind because you have to have your mind made up. You have to have that mind shift to be able to, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you have to have a self-awareness too. You have to be like, and that's what I loved about us. Like, we had that self-awareness where we was like, certain areas that we needed to work on,
I don't even remember, like...
how it started?
Yeah, that's what I've been, like, over here thinking, like, when did...
I think that's what I was asking you a while ago. Mikey was like, hold up, wait.
Yeah.
I was like, when did we actually, like... Honestly, it's been so... Not so long, but it's been so much we've grown from. I don't know if I can pinpoint the moment.
I don't think I can pinpoint it, but just somewhere along the lines... Like you said, we both got to that point of, I can't keep doing this shit. Like, what I'm doing right now is not getting me anywhere. Like, the results that I'm getting is the same shit over and over again. And, like, I keep waking up every day and my life is just, I don't want to say shitty, but it's just not the way that I know that it should be or I know where I could be.
Your potential.
Right. So I just can't keep making these same decisions. Like, something got to give, like we said. We got to change something. And it starts in the mind. Like, I can't even remember the first, like...
I know for a fact, even before, like, we started practicing mindset shifts, we already were good about, like, and doing it in a way of not judgment. And I think that's important. That's another thing with our podcast. We want to, like, try our best to be an influence on other friendships to be healthy and to grow together, because like
honestly, our relationship is so
we have had some negative friendship, not just relationships, y'all. It ain't always just about guys and, you know, love.
Right, it's about family, friends, anybody. It's not just about just relationships, like you said.
We have had some negative, like, toxic relationships. What the fuck was I saying? Oh, I know what I was saying. But we learned to, cause everybody.
You're talking about judgment.
Yeah, everybody sometimes can come off like, bitch, why you doing that? Girl, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Like, just being, and we've always been very good about, like, even if, say, she's talking to me about something, I'm like, okay, I know how I can help her. Maybe I learned from something, and I can say it in a way out of love and not judging her, but let her know, like, sis, like, maybe you should do this. Maybe you should change your actions or change how you're talking. And then me telling her that would check me, because I'd be like, damn, I'm telling her this and I'm still, you know what
doing
I'm saying?
whatever, right. Or
and
doing like similar things that she's doing, so I can't really judge nobody else.
Exactly.
And that's like the biggest thing, you know. I learned not to do this judging thing from my best friend, because one time she was going through like a situation in her life. Not trying to put my best friend's business out there, but she was going through a decision she had to make. And I was doing it out of love. It wasn't even out of like judgment or nothing. I'm just more so like trying to give advice. But I feel like you only should give advice when somebody asks you to give advice. Right. If somebody just coming at you and they just want to vent, just let them listen. Right, listen. And even if you do want to put your 2 cents, and that's something I try really hard to do with you now because of this situation. So anyways, I'm going to tell you the story. So I put my 2 cents, and just out of love, you know, nothing like judging or nothing like that. And she texted, after I said it, I was like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have said that. And then like a few minutes later, she was like, you know, this decision is tough for me to make already, and just you saying that kind of overwhelmed me some more. And I was like, you know, I'm really sorry about that, because I could even remember a point where it was backwards. Like, I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing, and like obviously she's saying it out of love, like, you shouldn't be doing this or whatever.
Right.
And it overwhelms me as well, because I'm like, fuck, like, I already know I shouldn't be doing this. Right. Then somebody like that I love is telling me I shouldn't be doing this,
and so being aggressive with it.
Yeah, like, so it makes me feel even worse, I guess, about like the whole situation, period, when I already like know I shouldn't be doing this, but now somebody else that I care about or respect or whatever is telling me to do that, not to do this. Right. It just overwhelms you. So that situation really pushed me to just, even if I know like you deserve better,
or you wrong,
or you're wrong, not even you're wrong, well, yeah, putting it all,
because we have talked about, we feel like there's really no right or wrong in certain cases, right? But I get what you're saying, though.
But like, even if I don't agree with the answers or how you're handling this situation, it's still your choice to make that decision. Mm-hmm. And like I just said, I've been in a position where I know I shouldn't be doing this, and I just need somebody to listen to me, or just, you know, understand me at least. So I want to be that person to people where you can come to me about your problems, and I can be kind of like a guide, give you a different perspective or something. But at the end of the day, you're still making that choice for yourself. Exactly. And that's what I love the most. That's why I say we have such a healthy friendship, because we do that. Like, anytime we're doing anything, or not doing anything, but anytime we
fucking up.
Yeah, we're fucking up, and we know we can come to each other. And at first, it took us a while to get comfortable.
Yeah, it'd be like, I'm
like,
scared.
Don't judge me, but
we
blah,
stopped
blah, blah.
saying that.
Yeah,
I know,
like,
remember, I used to say it bad. I used to start off the voice note, be like, sis, don't judge me.
And I'm like, girl,
and
I
every
promise
time she would say, stop saying that, because
I'm
never
worse.
gonna judge you.
Or I've done worse. Like, I promise you, like, never, like, because I have no room to judge anybody. Right. I may not have done exact things that you have done, but I've still done some shits that I shouldn't have done, or made mistakes. So you can't pass judgment on nobody.
Right. And one thing I wanted to elaborate on was one thing that we practice, and I just want to share this really quick before I forget. So other friendships, because you would think, like, it's, I ain't gonna say common sense, but kind of sort of common sense. You would think everybody knew this, but some people just simply, like, they never thought about it this deep, you know? So maybe this can help some of y'all with y'all's friendships that are rocky, or like maybe toxic or whatever, to put some healthy practices in to make those friendships better and make them healthier. Right. So I know one thing that we love to do that is very, very healthy, and I
What is it?
want to compliment you because you do it a lot better than me.
Don't make me cry.
Alright. But I was about to, because I'm quick to brag on you. I was about to screenshot it and put it on my story and be like, this is the healthiest friendship I've ever had. I was like, you know what? I don't got nothing to prove to the world. But we are very good about asking each other before we, and we don't dump on each other, but we're very good about asking if it's okay before we vent. And especially you, like, I know the other day was something she was going through. And even if it's not that deep, sometimes you have to understand other people have lives. Like, say if, even if I'm okay with her coming to me anytime to vent, like, I would be there. But you never know. I could be having the shittiest day. I could be caught up in between clients and they done gave me hell, or somebody done cussed me out, or I done dropped my groceries on the ground, or whatever. Like, it could have been, or I just got into a wreck. It could have been anything. But before she sends me a voice note or calls me and, like, venting about what she has going on, she will ask, like, sis, I need some advice. Do you have room? Like, and you did that the other day, and it just, I feel like you've done it before, but when you did it the other day, it really clicked in my brain, like, damn, this is a healthy-ass friendship. Like, and it's not like, because I've had other friends where, yes, I know we're there for each other, but, like, I've had them even get mad at me, like, if I didn't respond right away about something they needed help with, or if they was going through something and I wasn't there. And it's like, I have stuff going on, too. I want to be there, but, like, maybe I just didn't have the space at the time. So, like, even though you're sad, you need somebody to listen and need some advice, you're still willing to put that to the side for a second and just be like, is it okay if I share this with you right now? Right. And I'd be like, yeah, I'm good. Go ahead and send the voice note. And I, do the same thing.
And it's crazy because that day, I think I know what day you were talking about. I had, like, started typing already, like, because I'm in my head. I'm like, I need to get this shit
off my chest.
And I started typing. I was like, hold on, wait. Like, she hasn't I think you hadn't, like, responded in a few minutes because you were probably busy with clients. So I was like, let me make sure, like, that she has a space. Because, like you say, everybody has life going on. You can't just be entitled to everybody's time
or energy.
Because people have shit going on. Even, well, I don't know if this relates. But, like, last night when you sent me your voice note. Yeah. And I was about to respond. Like, I was ready. I had wrote down all the topics I wanted to answer back to you. And I got home and my mood got ruined. And it's like, I wanted to get back to you. But I knew that I wasn't in the space.
Didn't have the space.
Yeah, I didn't have the space right then to answer. And because it was, like, I don't want to say a delicate topic, but like, I needed to, like, make sure I had enough. And that's a good thing right here. Enough. You know that saying when people be like, you have to pour into your cup first, because if you don't have enough, how can you pour into other people? I didn't have no space.
Better preach.
So how can I knew I was not going to be able
it's impossible
to give you the words that I wanted to give you, because I knew, like, you needed that right then.
Because somebody had just drained your
cup.
It
took my energy. So I had to get myself together. I cleaned my room. And it's like I was trying to hurry up, but I'm like, also.
You knew,
like,
I understood.
Yeah, like, and I even texted you, I think. I was like, sis, I read heard your voice note. I'm going to answer. Just give me a second, because.
And I was like, what'd I say? Okay, sis, with a heart.
Right.
I ain't said.
This bitch.
Right, like, fuck you,
Right, or she don't care.
I understood.
Right, and I even have done this myself, so I'm not judging nobody.
Right.
But a lot of the times, we be quick to, like, we're like, trying to get somebody's attention, or trying to get something from somebody. And they won't be quick to, like, just...
Give us what we want.
Give us exactly what we want.
Instant.
Right. So we get mad, like, oh, they don't care about me, or this, that, and the third. But you don't even know, like, that person could be going through something. Mm-hmm. They might not be able to, or they're busy, or whatever. So I forgot what was the point of that.
I think it was, we were just talking about how healthy
more so, like,
how healthy our friendship is, and we check in with each other, and we just wanted to share that so y'all can put that into practice. Because I promise you might think it sounds silly, but it makes a difference.
It really does. Like, having somebody there for you when you need that is important. Like,
and no judgment.
Like, for you last night, I don't want to say I'm your only friend that you, like, come to for things like that. Where I didn't want to say it like that, but and people be like, damn. But I'm, like, one of the only people that you could come to for something like that. So if you didn't have me last night, not saying that you couldn't have figured it out on yourself, but it's so important to have people.
Because when you responded, you gave me some really good advice. Like, I was basically, just so y'all don't be left in the dark about what we was talking about, just really quick. I was just asking for advice about something I was dealing with the person. I'm like, this isn't serving me, but it's like, I love this person. I have history with them, and it's like, I'm a human, so I know regardless of what I do, I'm going to always love them. I'm going to always think about them. But I'm like, in this season of my life, like, I'm debating hard, like, should I, like, cut them off? Should I, like, I don't know what I should do, you know? And even though deep down I know what I should do and I know what's best for me, like, her giving me her perspective, and she gave me, like, a lot of analogies and examples.
I love me an analogy.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, girls, that y'all, I'm going to just tell y'all right now to be so quick to be like, girl, fuck that. Like, stop doing that. That is not helpful at all.
Because, like, 99.9% of the I'm not even going to say that.
We know
100% of the time, we know damn well we should not be with that person. But, like, we still love them. Yeah. And that's something I even said to you. Like, it's a part of you that and a part of you that loves that person. Mm-hmm. So it takes a lot, even if you know, like, you shouldn't be with this person, you shouldn't talk to this person. Like, you still care.
Right. And she gave me an analogy. So, like, as she was talking, and I'm like, I can visually see it. I'm like, damn, that makes a lot of sense. You know, so we're just saying that to say, like, don't be so quick to just, like, do passive, you know, like, judgment.
Just a quick, like, leave, but it's bigger. It's a bigger picture than just
you might not
leave
think
that
it's
person.
that deep, but that person is going through that. It's that deep to them.
Right.
So, damn, we got onto a whole... That's why I said we always do that, but...
That wasn't even what we were supposed to talk about.
Right, but that was really good and really important, though, but... Yeah. To, like, kind of bring it back to what we were talking about and how it led to that, we were basically saying, like, when we first became friends and along the way, we already had that, like, common factor of... And
we want better for ourselves.
Denominator, like... Yeah, we want better for ourselves, and we were good about giving each other constructive criticism but not being judgmental, not being too harsh. But there came a point where we both came to the agreement where we have to make some changes. Like, we can't just keep venting to each other and sending these 10, 15 minutes voice messages or FaceTiming and coming together and realizing. And one thing we connected on is that we realized everybody's special. Let me tell you that. Period. But we realized we were both special. Let me tell you, everybody is special, but there's a difference between everybody being special and knowing you are special. Mm-hmm. Some people don't, and that's why it's
you gotta be aware of your potential.
A lot of people miss their mark. A lot of people don't ever step into their purpose, and a lot of people are low vibrational because they're not seeing how special they are. But they're
not being intentional with their lives
and their gifts. And we both understood that we were very special. So, like, there came a point where we was like, sis, like, we have a calling over our lives. Like,
we gotta help people.
And we gotta, if we want to help people, guess what we gotta do?
Help ourselves.
And you know what that starts with?
In the mind. You know,
mindset shift.
To bring my dog into this. This is something that I've been... This is something that I've really been beating myself up. And it all goes back to this tattoo. It's so ironic that I chose this word for my first tattoo. But I will always tell myself, or not always, but recently I've been telling myself, like, I can't sit here and try to teach my dog discipline when I have no fucking discipline. My dog, and then I read a book that talks about how to be the pack leader of, like, your dogs. Mm-hmm. And a big, like, part of the whole situation was him saying, or, like, getting your dog to be disciplined and, I don't want to say obey you. That sounds so, like, but to listen to you, I guess, or for you to be his leader, your energy has to be there because dogs, they can't hear, they don't understand they can understand commands, but they don't really know the English language, right? So they're going by your energy. Mm-hmm. You can be saying, like, listen to me, sit down, I'm your owner, whatever. But if he don't feel that shit from you,
then they gonna be
right.
Like,
we be outside. He ain't worried about me.
Right.
Girl, who is you? Like, I'm the leader of this pack here. Like, I want to go over there, and I'm gonna drag you with me. But anyways, that's a whole different topic.
I'm glad you brought that up though, because that goes back to what we talk about a lot. Like, we mirror, like when we come in contact with people, our relationships, our friendships, we're in a way
it's a
looking
mirror of
at
our own
ourselves.
our own relationship with ourselves.
Right. So that's one thing I want to say. But what I was really going to get to, what we talk about a lot is and we hold ourselves accountable with relationships and guys and stuff, or just friendships. It's like, how can I expect my person to be consistent and disciplined, and they take care of their bodies and they take care of their spirits and all this and that, but I'm over here.
Right. I said I was going to the gym 3 weeks ago. I still ain't
Right.
been.
I'm over here on the couch eating a bag of Cheetos.
Right.
And I could be at the gym.
Right. Or even just eating healthier. Like you can't ask for these things. Right.
Stuff you said you was going to be consistent
right.
about.
And all of this is that mindset shift that we're talking about. That's how it starts. It starts with realizing not the relationships, but the stories that you have and the beliefs that you have in your subconscious. Yep. Because your conscious mind is telling you, like, I need to go to the gym, I need to, eat healthier, be better, whatever.
I need to go for a walk.
Right. But your subconscious mind is like, nah,
I'm good.
Right. Or I don't even want to say not just saying nah, but more so like it just either doesn't believe that you can do it or whatever. Like you really have to find whatever story your own mind is telling. Because I don't want to say just one thing, because it's not just one thing. It's different for me and it's different for you.
Right.
It's just, anyways, like you got to find those stories and figure out like what stories and beliefs like you're constantly repeating in your mind that you learned from your childhood that is governing over your life.
Right.
Because these things will keep playing, and because they're on the back of our minds, like you're not even aware of this shit. You have to become aware of yourself
to change
for
it.
You to be intentional about what you're doing. Because if you're just going through life on automatic, you're going to keep going. You're going to keep saying, I want to change, I want to change, I want to change. You're never going to change because you're trying to change how you look. You're trying to change
the surface
even
stuff.
like how you eat, stuff like that. It's not just about being healthy and eating. It goes back to like, what do you feel like your body deserves?
And how you feel about yourself.
Right, exactly.
You know
like,
what I'm saying? You can't
do you feel
hate
like,
yourself.
right. Because if you hate yourself, if you hate something, you going to take care of it?
Yeah.
No.
And you're doing it out of the wrong reason.
Right, like, because I want to look better
to get a boyfriend.
Right, or to
get friends.
Get followers. And, yeah, like,
no.
You got to do it for
yourself.
The right reasons for yourself.
And everything else will fall into place.
Right, like, once you start loving yourself, and I feel like that's so cliche, like self-love,
but it's true.
Really
it's
like
simple, but it's true.
And that's a lot of the things are really, and I think we be talking about this,
like take one day at a time. A lot of the things
and just things are simple, period. Like we make things hard, but it's really not that hard. Like
it's not
you gotta just I know it sounds so cliche, but self-love is really, it's like the root of everything. Like it's really so important, because you gotta love yourself. You're not gonna take care of something that you don't love. You're not gonna put in that hard work. And I was just talking about this earlier too. Like love is not just about a feeling. Like it's more than just how you feel. It's an action. Like you gotta do actions, and that ties in with this whole mindset thing. You gotta, it's not just the thinking about it, but also doing things.
You gotta take that step.
Right. Like, you can think all you want to, but thinking ain't gonna magically make something pop up.
Right.
You're gonna have to think about it and then go out there and actively look for it, or, like, do it.
Yeah, just like when you drive in a car, if you just sit in a fucking seat and think about driving it, your car ain't finna go nowhere.
Right,
but you
exactly.
You gotta push the
Turn
gas.
It on.
You gotta put your both hands on the steering wheel. You gotta put it in drive. You can't just sit there and like, yeah, I'm gonna drive.
I want to go to Chipotle and get me some Chipotle.
Like, you know,
you can say that.
That's an analogy. Like, it's just, it is what it is. Like, it's that simple. Like, you have to take those steps. We wouldn't be where we are right now if we didn't take steps. We wouldn't be having a podcast if we didn't take the steps. If we didn't come here and meet every week to prepare and to think about what we was going to do, buy the microphones, buy the equipment, think about topics. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to take those steps. Regardless of whatever you want to do, you have to take those steps.
Another thing I want to add in, when it starts getting difficult, not to give up.
Yep.
Because we ran into some problems. We decided we want to start a podcast. We started planning. We started taking those actions. Sometimes the microphone, it was the first time we tried to record, we couldn't record. And I remember us saying along the ways, like, even if something goes bad, we're going to keep at this because we want to do this. Like, we know what this is going to come, like, not come to, but we know the change that we could give people
and ourselves.
Right.
And it's about being resilient. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go into something really, really quick, and it's going to be deep,
okay.
But I'm really quick.
Go ahead.
It's about being resilient, because if you think about it, where we come from was nothing but resilience. I hate to be so, like, spiritual or so deep, but, like, our ancestors were resilient as fuck because of, and I watched a podcast the other day talking about this. Like, yeah, I'm so thankful we don't have to deal with, like, slavery no more, or being, like, like, you know what I'm saying, separated and treated so badly. But you think about, our ancestors had to go through that shit. And if it weren't for them, like, persevering and, like going through that, we wouldn't be here right now. Like, if they, like, you know what I'm saying, we wouldn't be here. So we literally come, and I hate to say it, but we literally come from resilience.
And even past that, like, their ancestors had to come through, like,
even more,
right? Because it wasn't always we had cars and we could just go pick up some fast food. Like, you had to go hunt your own shit. You know, and that, I couldn't imagine having to go get some food,
right?
Or, like, go hunt
a fucking
bear or something, like.
Wolf. So,
they would have ate me up.
I just wanted to throw that in there. It's really important, like, because
that resilience.
They went, basically what I'm trying to say is they went through so much more than we did, and sometimes we be so quick when one little thing goes wrong, we be so quick to, like, want to give up or throw in the towel, but they had to go through so much more and continue. So, like, when we come across a little mess up or a little, like, bump in the road, like, why we just so quick to be like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Because no, that's not where we come from. We were built for this shit. We were made for this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've overcame and we've overcame so much. So all that to say, y'all, it starts with the mind. It starts with your mindset, and we're gonna go ahead.
Not to cut you off, but it starts with that choice. You have to make that choice first of, I want to change my life. Then you go into that mindset.
You have to step. You can stand there all day long at the starting line. You ain't never going to get to the finish line. And it's not about winning the race. It's just about reaching the finish line. So you ain't never going to get there if you don't, even if it's a baby step. Even if it's a little nudge.
Right, that's another thing, too. Like, you don't got to leap from point A to point D.
Yeah.
You know, like, take your time. Crawl before you get up and start stumbling a little bit.
Right.
Then stumble before you walk. Then walk before you run. You know, you got to take those steps. But
it ain't much more to say. We want to keep talking, but this is going to be the end of this episode, y'all. And our next episode, we're going to tune more into go deeper into the mindset change and, like, the
really, like, give y'all some examples too, like how we've come, like, to this, not realization, but what we've done to get to this point. We're actually seeing our lives change,
and we're seeing
results. We're actually seeing results, and that's one of the things that really got me this week. Like, it's still some things, and let me not keep going on the tangent, but it's like, it's still some things that I'm struggling with, but I can see like this is really a change is happening in my life. Like, I feel the greatness is near. Like, I feel that shit.
You know what's crazy? Even when I get low, when I get sad, I still feel that shit.
Right, same. I remember I used to really get, like, real bad. Like, my whole world is set on fire.
Your purpose and
everything.
Fuck
this shit. I'm ready to just roll over and die at this point.
Right.
But we're not gonna go on another tangent because we will.
We're gonna keep going.
Right.
But make sure y'all tune in.
Right,
because
we're gonna really
episode, because we
really
about
get into
to
some shit.
dive deeper into this and give y'all some examples and just go deeper into mindset and what it can lead to. We just want to say thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for the support. We finally dropped our podcast, and we've been posting clips on our Instagram page, and we've been getting so much support. For us to just be starting out and, you know, be very small right now, like, we've been getting a lot of genuine support, so we just want to say thank you for that, and we hope that y'all continue to tune in and continue.
I want to add one last thing. Are you done, though? Okay. And we didn't end up putting the link on the videos of my not new page, but like my rebranded name of my business page. You can find me on Instagram at The Slothful Artisan, and that's all I wanted to add.
Yeah, because last time it was something different.
Yeah, something different.
And I would make sure I put it up here this time.
Yeah. Okay.
So y'all make sure y'all go follow us on Instagram at Leah Clene as well, and at Two Human Podcast as well. You feel me? You know the vibes. You already fucking know. So yeah, cause y'all are part of the family now. Y'all are part of us. We locked in. What's the saying?
Once we locked in.
Yeah. If we locked in,
ain't no switching up. You fucked up, Mikey.
Alright, so we love y'all. We'll see y'all in the next episode.
Right. Bye.